What's going on, everybody? This is Jason. Welcome to Light and Heavy. Today I'm really excited to talk about our upcoming vacation / pilgrimage to New Zealand and Australia, and I thought the perfect thing to do, I haven't done yet on this channel, is to do a packing video. This may be a little bit of a series, especially with this side, with the clothes. This side, maybe not so much. I use maybe one bag, maybe another bag, but anyways, this bag I'm gonna use on a separate video, so stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna set this down, but this is really the video, what it's all about. Also, if you can't tell, if you happen to live in the United States and you watch this around the time of its upload, please go vote. It's not only your civic duty, it's also your Catholic morality duty to vote. I don't care what side of the aisle you are. Please, please, please go vote. Early voting is happening all across the country right now. That's why I had to go vote, because November 6th, we're gonna be in Sydney, Australia. Can't really do it there yet, so went ahead and voted early. Please do that. Okay, now back to the video. So when people think of packing, it's really difficult because sometimes we think we have to pack something this massive and large, right? Well, the thing is, you really don't, okay? Tip number one, I've got several things to keep in mind here. Number one, check the weather before you go. Check the location and what the forecast will be. That will dictate everything. Okay, now I'm lucky and Becky's lucky too, because it's Australia, New Zealand springtime, because they're on the southern hemisphere, and so it's gonna be very pleasant, 60s, 70s the whole time we're there. So this big mamma jamma, I don't need, all right? So we're gonna go to the next one. This one is kind of your tweener, if you will, right? It's too big to carry on, but much smaller than that to manage. And for a lot of the times, I'll actually use this one depending on the forecast and the length of stay. But for the sake of this video and to show all of you when you're on a pilgrimage, you don't even need this, especially if you're trying to save money and you don't want to check a bag. Now, obviously, we have a free check-in because we're flying international, and more than likely, I'll probably take this one. But just to show like how little I pack for this, and ladies, if you're watching this, this can apply too. My wife has applied these principles, and I wish she was here so she could acknowledge this, but trust me, if she sees this, she'll be like, yes. Okay, so really, you don't even need this one, especially for where we're going. All we need is just this. This is your carry-on luggage right here. As you can see, it's not that big. Okay, I'm able to hold it fairly well. And here's the second tip about traveling and packing for a pilgrimage. And this one is really, I think, the hardest one for people to wrap their minds around and to accept. But if you do, it'll make everything so much easier, which is take the length of days you're planning to be on pilgrimage, half it, plan for that much clothing. Okay, now you may be thinking, but you know, you're gone for 7 days. You're only gonna pack for about three days or so? Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Are you saying you're gonna wear your clothes more than once? Yeah. But aren't they gonna stink and smell? Well, again, it depends on what you're doing. Okay, so if you're on a pilgrimage and you're not gonna be doing heavy exercise or a lot of movement where you're gonna be sweating, or you're gonna be in a temperature where it's a lot warmer and you're just gonna get your clothes stinky, then maybe I'll pack an extra couple of clothes. But if you're also think of, okay, if I'm staying in a setting where I have access to laundry, offer that up and then just do a quick load of laundry, and then you've got clean clothes again. Why does this matter? Because it saves you time, it saves you money, it saves you energy. You know, again, this is a whole lot nicer to carry around. You don't have to check it, as I said. Whenever you get to your place where you're gonna stay, it's just less of and cumbersome. All right, so let's dive in. Let's see what I packed. Again, mind you, this is kind of I'm a little spoiled. Like I said, it's 60s and 70 degrees, maybe a chance of rain for 1 or 2 days, but by and large, it's gonna be perfect. I will do a video for the March for Life pilgrimage because obviously you're dealing with colder temperatures and layers. So how do you pack minimally for that? So, let's do this. One thing I've done that's not in my bag, I'm not gonna show you, is my socks and underwear because, well, I figured you don't need to see that. What I did was I thought, okay, we're gonna be traveling for 7 days total, and remember that when I said half of your clothing, the other reason why is because you're wearing clothes when you go to the airport. And so basically I have my airport attire. So this would be what I wear to the airport, and this is what I would wear coming back home. That way I don't have to think about it the day of, I don't have to think about it on the way back. And I've got all my clothes for the rest of the time. So in here, and I know it's hard to see because the camera angle, actually, hang on. That's better. Okay, now that you can kind of see my bag, you'll see what I packed. And it's very basic. Again, another thing about a pilgrimage I would tell you is you're not trying to impress anybody, okay? So if you're the type of person that feels like I gotta bring a lot of makeup, I gotta bring a lot of high-end fashion, a lot of nice clothes, don't. It's a pilgrimage. It's not a fashion show. It's not trying to impress anybody. You're trying to impress God, and God doesn't care what's on your name brand clothing and shoes. In fact, you're also likely to lose those things, and the last thing you'd want to do is lose them or God forbid, get them stolen or whatever. So just leave it at home. What I packed first is t-shirts. Simple, easy, especially since we're nice. And I'm actually bringing 4. I'm overkilling to show you, like, I even packed more than I really need to. So I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. I got 4 t-shirts. Really, to each their own as far as like how you fold. I know people like to do the roll method. Some people like to do just a basic folding. Really, whatever gets it in the luggage is good with me. I did bring 1 dress shirt, and the main reason why I'm doing this is because we're gonna be going to Mass. I wanna look nice and presentable for Mass, as well as I know that I'll be staying at a hotel which will have an iron, and I can iron the shirt whenever I get there. I'll get to this in the next episode, but basically this is my survival kit bag, inspired by a YouTuber named Your Average Consumer. Shout out to Judd, and thank you so much for this brilliant idea. But again, that will be in the next episode. In this compartment right here are my toiletries. Now, before I get into that, I do have can you see me? There we go. I do have a bag, like a nice fancy travel toiletry bag, but the thing is really bulky and big, and I really found out all you need is a Ziploc baggie. That's all you need. Now make sure, obviously, since I'm carrying this on, that I need 3 ounces or less, but basically, as you can see, it has all of the essentials. It's got my deodorant, I've got shampoo and conditioner, which I really don't need to bring, because again, like I said, I'm staying at a hotel, which will have it, but if you're not, you can put that in there. Toothpaste, toothbrush, comb, pomade, and then another thing that I like to bring on international flights is some airborne vitamin C, just to keep my immune system and to keep myself as healthy as I can, because I'm going into an international territory where my immune system, my body's never been to, and the likelihood of catching some type of germ or virus is a lot higher. Let's jump into the second compartment. The second compartment is really not a whole lot. I've got my jacket right here. Now, I've had this jacket for a while. I love it because it's lightweight, especially in the conditions that I'll be in where it may be, let's say 50, 60 degrees and there's a chance of rain. I can put this on, it'll keep me warm, and more importantly, it'll keep me dry. The other thing I'll tell you is this. The fear that people have of, well, I've got to pack everything just in case for any condition. As long as you have this, your wallet, you're fine. Because as you'll see, I didn't pack an umbrella, right? Now I could get, one of those small handheld and put it in here, and I may do that, but it's also just another thing I've got to worry about. Whereas if I have my wallet and it does start really raining, I'll just go and buy one for a couple of bucks and then just leave it and donate it. It's so much easier doing that and sacrificing a couple of dollars rather than the worry and space in such a small bag. Okay, going back to the suitcase, I'm training for a half marathon in a few weeks, so I'm also packing some running clothes. And so I've got some shorts, I've got my running shirts for that, and then I've also, the last thing in here are my pants. And for pants, I don't pack a lot because again, I can wear those multiple times. The other thing too is if you're going with a group on a pilgrimage, very rarely do they know or do they see like, oh, you're wearing those pair of pants again. Especially if you have like a pair of jeans where you're gonna wear them multiple times. So I've got a pair of jeans, I've got my cargo pants, and then obviously the pants that I'm wearing right now. So that's it for it really. Again, check the length of days, cut it in half. If you feel like you're not there yet, go ahead and grab an extra shirt just to be safe. If you feel like you need that umbrella, just grab the smallest umbrella you got. Follow some of these tips and I promise you'll have a much more enjoyable pilgrimage experience. So thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be coming up very shortly, where I'll dive into my backpack. Thanks for watching. God bless y'all.